Okay, this is going to be the tutorial for Speeder Showdown. As soon as the level starts, you just want to switch to Luke. He's going to be in front of you. You can just spam the switch button. You're going to jump off the flower with a pretty just normal jump. You don't need to space it very well. And you're just going to force the platform and go ahead and enter the next room. You'll do a little slash here when you enter the room. It does save around a second, so it is definitely recommended, as this is a pretty short optimized level. Now when the cutscene ends, you want to hop in the close speeder to you, the first one, and you want to drive it towards the wall, and you want to make sure that you are not too close to the bottom corner. The closer you are to the top corner, the better, because if you're too close to the bottom corner, you will get flipped around. Now once you're against the wall, you are going to head into the bottom right corner and call in player 2. You can hold down and right on player 2, although usually you won't really need to hold anything. And this is where the setups vary. So I'm going to show the dropout strat first, which is recommended just because it's faster and easier to do and more consistent. I will show the original setup as well, but that's really not recommended. It's only recommended if you have some sort of issue with controls or just can't do this setup. So you are going to start moving with player 1 away from the wall as player 2 is coming over towards you. You're going to try and turn directly away from the wall slowly, and once player 1 is pointed away, you are going to do a 360 by pressing space or A or whatever your jump button is. And at the top of the flip, you want to pause and just drop out, and that will pop you out of the speeder. You're going to double jump, and you're going to do something called a midair transition grab, where you go back towards where you came from, and then go forward again to try and hit the transition in the air. In the event that you don't get the transition grab, you're just going to walk all the way back up against the wall. You need to go all the way back to the wall and then just walk forward again. Now, if you're doing the OG setup, it's a little bit different. All you're going to do is you are going to drop in player 2 as normal, position them going forward right pretty much, and this time what you are going to do is you are going to try and align Luke directly perpendicular to the barrier. Once he is completely perpendicular, you want to do a flip, a 180, by pointing away from the wall, and then you are going to hit the jump button to do another 360, just as was mentioned before. And when you do this 360, you are going to end up, if you do it correctly, on the other side of the barrier, and you're just going to hold away from the barrier to hit the transition. As you enter the next room, you want to focus on moving Luke close to the pillar on the right. And when you get to the pillar, you're just going to do a double jump slam into this transition, which just extends a little bit outside of the pillar. Make sure you are hugging the pillar when you actually do the double jump slam, otherwise you won't be able to hit the transition. Now for the end platform, there are a couple different things you can do, but I'm going to go over the fastest strat only. You're going to put Luke in the top left and Leia in the bottom left, and they're going to pull their respective levers at the same time. After this is done, Luke is going to head over to the AT-AT, and he's going to jump in, as Leia will probably shoot the grapples. Now you don't have to shoot the grapples, because taking a death during a cutscene can actually save you some time, but it is really just recommended to shoot the grapples on your way over to the bottom right lever. And when you pull that lever with Leia, the AT-AT will start to make its way around towards the top. Now once the AT-AT is pointing any degree to the right, you want to jump out and pull the top right lever with Leia at the same time. And if you do this, the AT-AT should be moving while you are looking at the lever cutscene. As soon as it's over, you're going to jump back into the AT-AT, and you're going to shoot the last 2 satellites, jumping out as soon as the last satellite is hit. Now if you jump out too late, you won't get full movement, so you want to jump out as soon as you hit that last satellite and start moving. You'll have to get a feel for it, but after you jump out, you're going to move for about half a second to a second, and then do a jump slash to get some extra distance at the end. Then you're just going to pull both levers and stay dropped in at the end of the level, and that's it for Speeder.